Okay, we are live. Coach Edens, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me. Um, those that know me know that when Brian said, "Oh, Johnny's going to be out, you want to come on?" I didn't take it as an interview. I took it as, "Oh, I'm Johnny's replacement. Yay for the night! For the night." I miss Johnny. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All right. Um, so I'm gonna say hi to some people here in the chat real quick, and then we can get
Absolutely.
started. Um, yeah, let's just say hi first. We'll go with that. And oh, I guess I should say really quick for those wondering, in case you didn't hear last week, Johnny is just not here this week. Um, I think he's helping his brother move or something like that this week. So I asked Coach Edens if she could join me tonight, and she was gracious enough to do so. So I have Coach Edens with me tonight, and once I go through everybody that's here so far, um, I'll have you kind of introduce yourself a little bit better and so forth. For everybody watching, if you haven't already said hi in the chat, go ahead and say hi in the chat. And if you can, hit the like button, share this with your friends, anybody you think that might benefit from watching us tonight. Okay. So Linda is here. Hello, Linda. And we have Paul here as well. Good to see you, Paul. That the lady in the pic, that would be Coach Edens, Coach Juliet Edens. So, yep. Rick is here. Hello, Rick. Is this you or is this your husband?
My cousin Oki.
Your cousin. Okay. Okay. Hello, Oki.
I'm kidding.
Um,
We're not related. It's we share the
you're
Edens.
not? Oh, okay. See, you had me fooled.
Yeah, everyone asks, and I would love to say yes, but to protect his image, I have to say we're not related.
Granny's Southern Corner is here. Hello. Bacon Runner. I always forget her name.
Donna Ray.
Donna Ray. There we go. So hello. Cynthia is here.
I said,
Thomas is here. I'm here for just a bit, so then no problem. Thanks for
no
coming
worries. Thank you.
tonight. Carnivore Karen. Okay, that's all right. Karen from Florida. Yep. Hello. Milton is with Rick. Knocked his computer over, so it's good to see Milton there as well. Right. DC, Wisconsin is here. Jason. Hello, Jason. Strings and Pucks. Hello, Strings
Strings.
and Pucks.
And there is such a thing as shoe fly pie. He's going to look it up. I grew up on shoe fly pie in Pennsylvania,
I've
or
heard
I
of
know it.
it. Yeah, I've heard of it. Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Holly is here. Hello. Um,
Hi,
Duano 876.
hi, Dueno. Thank you for joining.
Yep.
That's very sweet of you guys.
Let's see. Lisa.
Lisa J,
Peter is here as
hi.
well.
Hi, Papa.
Okay, I think I got everybody here so far. If you have any questions, put a capital Q in front of the question. And Paul's asking, "How come you look so good tonight, Julie?" Yeah.
You know what? You could probably tell I was looking so pale in videos because I blame the lighting of YouTube. You know how we have our lights on. So I
Mhm.
decided it was 75 degrees in Missouri today, Springfield, Missouri. So I go outside to get a little sun. I fell asleep during work at, well, lunch break, whatever. I work from home. And I woke up and it's getting better now, but I was beet red. I was like, wait, I thought I'm not supposed to burn. So I have a little bit pall of a color.
Mm,
No, not so pale.
okay. Well, it does look good. Um, Peter wants to know when the pretzels are being delivered.
Oh gosh, pretzel pea.
Oh, here you go. Shoe fly pie. Amish people in Iowa also make it.
Susie,
Cynthia.
I bet you that's it because I grew up in New Jersey, spent summers in Pennsylvania, and
Mhm.
it's probably like an Amish. I didn't know growing up, but it's probably more of an Amish thing. I bet same thing.
Yeah,
Granny's
yeah.
southern corner.
I agree about the sun color. Good. Yep, yep.
Could I do a little pitch for
Okay.
Creators Corner, Brian?
Yeah, oh yeah, first, so you're a certified coach, so why don't you introduce yourself to people that don't already know you? Because some people from my
Paul
channel
doesn't
might
know
not
me.
know you. Yeah. And then you can go ahead and do the pitch for um the 10-minute, I forget what you call it already, but you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
it's Creators.
I'll
Okay,
just shut up, let you talk.
I was going to call it Creator of the Week, and Oki said, "Call it Creator's Corner." So the idea, the name is from him. Anyway, I'm Coach Juliet Edens. You guys, some of you know me from YouTube. I'm also a Kilt certified coach from the first class, and I think almost officially a PhD Dr. Barry certified coach. I passed the case study and things like that, but we have our final exam 100 questions open book. So hopefully I'll get that soon. I am a 1099 employee for Dr. Kilt's Health. No, it's called Kilt's Health platform for coaching, and it's tons of fun. On the side, locally, don't even ask how or why, but I became a personal trainer at a local women's gym, which is just so fun, and sort of turned that into personal trainer, but also I give classes. Like we have the 6 week sugar reset class. So it's not necessarily for keto carnivore. It's just get people off sugars, get them off seed oils. A lot of people get off carbs. Some stay. So it's a really interesting journey that I'm on. And Creators Corner, here's what I love. Um, I liked which program, you know, it's hard to pick one. I'm very close with the Kilts group, and I've been a fan a long time. So closeness, being able to go meet them. It's not that I like that program better, but the price is right at $499. Lots of homework, etc. Lots of science, things like that, and the PhD program a lot more expensive. You have to be accepted. And what I love about that program is they really force you to practice coaching and quiz you about coaching and learn about the legal aspects of coaching and maybe a little more marketing in there. They are the reason I set up a YouTube channel at the PhD because they wanted us to go and record videos and get on Facebook and things like that. So it's two different worlds. And so I'm glad I had the training on both. And then at PhD, Jason, yes, Dr. Barry was on directly a couple of times, maybe four. I could be wrong. So that was always a lot of fun. We mainly work with Mrs. Nurse Barry, Nisha Barry. She's the main one that's always working with us class weekly. Alyssa, I'm forgetting the coach, Alyssa and Kim. And you would probably know them if you watch Dr. Barry. Kim co-wrote the book. It's probably on my bed. I study it at night. The Common Sense Labs. A lot of that was written by Kim. It's a book we're required to read and test it on. So those are the main groups. So yeah, it was a wonderful opportunity, and we all get excited by Dr. Berry as well. He's a little less accessible in real life, so to have him be at some of our classes and training was awesome. All right, Coach's Corner, then I'll shut up. So I had this idea, and I'm getting a lot of feedback that people don't believe it's real in a sense because I want to promote other channels. And I know people are like, why would you do that? Because sometimes our environment in YouTube can be a little, I don't know, competitive or whatever. And I thought it would be fun if I had a weekly thing where for 10 minutes pre-recorded, regardless of your channel, I have a lot of friends in all kinds of niches. It would be fun to spotlight your channel. If you saw John was the first Lispina, any books you've written, all your socials, I'll put them all up. And then we'll do a 10-minute thing. I could edit it. I had to edit out a few things with John. I messed up. And I sent a copy of the video like today, the other day to John. And even he was like, I'll wait till you post it. I'm like, no, it's yours. Post it, whatever you want. But in posting it, and I was proud I shut up through it. I did a good job not talking. And he reached out to me. We're on Sunday school, so we do talk to each other daily. And he said a lot of my subscribers reached out to him with questions, and a lot of the subscribers subscribed to him. And that's what I want to do for everybody. It's if those that know me well know my heart, and it's not a competition. I would like us all to grow, honestly. And it's also fun to meet different people and hear them out and what they're really about and their channels. Even though I watched them, I learned a lot about John this week. So next is Aaron Booby Goats and Thomas and Dr. Anna and Granny. And I know Strings and Pucks will reach out to me, and we'll see. And all you do is email me and just say, yep, I want to be featured. It's easy as that, and we'll get it done. Hi, Jesse.
Okay. And for those that are watching from my channel that aren't familiar with Coach Edens, I have a banner here on the screen for you for her YouTube address, so you can go check out her channel.
Thank you.
All right. I want to say hi to a couple of people that I saw come in. So Jesse Journals and Unboxes.
Thanks, Jesse.
Hello.
I appreciate you guys coming.
I know you, I just throw this up here real quick, but I know you already answered that. So we're good. Got that question. And yeah, I put this in here. Yes, I forgot to put the comments on the stage at the beginning like I usually do. So if you're on one channel, you can't see the comments from another channel, but if I have them on the stage like I do here, just below Coach Edens, then you can see them come in and from everybody. So sorry, I forgot to put that in there. Booby Goats is here as well. You answered the question about the PhD with Dr. Barry, so we're good there. And let's see if I can catch up. Oh, Granny's Southern Corner says life is better in a community. I completely agree with that as well. I think that this community just does a great job of supporting everybody, and that's huge. Like, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. Butter Bob was gone for like 10 years, right? And he just came back and he's posted a couple of videos. And his last video, he was just talking about the community, how that's what he probably missed, was not having the community to help keep him going and so forth. So he's going to really emphasize the community this time, he said. So that's great to hear.
Yeah. Everybody's after Bob to come on their channel. I'm like, yeah, no. But Bob said, gosh, if I don't care what you eat, if you don't know Butter Bob, go find him. When did he get off? Like, he was the OG Mr. Butter makes your pants fall off and everything. And
yeah,
he was so like, even back then, I ate whatever, I didn't eat ketogenic. I watched him because he was fun and nice and funny. But he said he's going to do a live and have guests on the panel. And I'm going to be there promoting Rick. I'm going to be like, and I already said to Rick, you need to go charge Mopar, Rick and Milton. I'm like, you need to be on that panel. That would be so fun to see Rick from our community on there. And he's such a good speaker and orator. I would probably just be like starstruck and not shut up like I do now. Oh, Papa talked to Butter Bob. Awesome.
Yeah. Um, I'm assuming this is a joke here, asking about
Well,
Coach Juliet is Oki's
unlike
cousin.
unlike my maturity and professionalism and non-sarcastic sense of humor, cousin really doesn't have. He's from that my husband's side.
Hmm.
Just pretend. Just humor him. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm sorry. He's a very dear friend. You guys need to watch this channel. He's awesome. Can you
Okay.
imagine Rick and Butter Bob? Okay, yes.
I'm behind you on the comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
So
jumping
I
in.
was, no, that's okay. I'm just falling behind. Um, yes, Rick says Butter Bob makes his own version of Heart Attack Chicken.
I would love to see Rick on there.
Uh,
Oh, Butter Bob promoted Mitch's channel. You know Mitch, right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna address this, Oki. And then Mitch grew to 50,000.
Oh
I'm
wow.
really, I'm happy. I'm so happy for Mitch. I just love that story. Okay, well, Granny is a dear friend of ours who's also on, and poor Granny, sweetheart from the southeast. She lives in Florida now. And Oki and I were sharing. I was like, "Oh, Granny's so sweet. She sent me a sticker." We try to do like free stuff instead of trying to sell stuff. Although people sell stuff, that's fine. And I was like, Granny got me a sticker and a card. And I was so proud. I showed my family and I displayed it. And then Oki live goes, I got a mug from Granny. I'm like, uh-huh. We're on live TV. You got a mug. And then I was like, but I got a sticker. That means more. And of course, he pulls out of the mug and he has this giant sticker. And I was like, okay, fine. So it's an ongoing joke, which moved Granny to a position where now she's sending me a mug, which she doesn't have to do.
Okay.
But I just hope it's bigger than Oki's. Yes, I know you're joking.
Oh, that's funny. Peter said that he chatted with Butter Bob this morning on Mitch's live stream. I think he
That
means
is
this
so
morning.
awesome, Papa. I miss his live stream in the morning. I'm usually sleeping.
Yeah.
Papa
Oh,
would
here's
be
where you were talking
if
about the Rick and Butter Bob on camera. See, I'm just catching up to the comments here.
yeah. I would love to see that. I just I mean I would love to see anybody that's interested, but and I wrote, "Oh, I'm in," but I didn't mean it. I want to see Rick on there and Milton.
Mason, is that correct?
Yeah.
They go by Mason? Yep. Okay. Hello, Mason.
Well, she doesn't go by Mason, but I think I dubbed her
A
that
Mason.
name.
Okay. Okay.
Mason. Yeah. Hi, Mason. Thanks for coming.
BFF ALB.
Let's just leave it at BFF. Hi, BFF.
Okay.
Thanks for joining.
uh, Sandy
I see.
Thomas
Doug,
Butter
my
put on
husband
a
on
video
Sunday
today.
Lives always looks forward to Sandy being on there. I'm not
Hmm.
jealous. He just thinks she's the sweetest thing, sweetest pie. She's flat pie.
Um, so Paul's asking, where is Thomas? So
Thomas.
Thomas is Target Prime Rib.
Uh-huh.
He's posting right now off the other channel, but it should be showing up on the stage. Is this comment
There's
scroll up? Is that what he's
He
asking?
said he
I'm
put
not
out a
sure.
nice comment. Oh, I we're removed. If it's Butter Bob, I think he just doesn't want to be. He's a new Butter Bob. He's not putting up with anything. I don't think he's really interested in going on channels and things like that.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question. What is your favorite carnivore dessert?
Go ahead, Brian.
I don't really eat dessert, but My wife did make something that was we called like a carnivore cake, but I guess I've heard people say, "Oh, that's an oopsie cake," whatever oopsie means.
Yes.
Basically, it was heavy cream and eggs. No, heavy
Mhm.
cream was the icing. Heavy cream was whipped to make the icing. It was eggs and something else. So it was only 3 total ingredients counting the icing, and I thought it was pretty good. It was for my birthday, so I got to have cake for my birthday since I don't eat real cake. So I'd say that's my favorite carnivore dessert. How about you?
I don't eat dessert. Sorry, guys. Even at
I know
Kilt's
I
ice
don't either.
cream, at Kiltz's
Oh, there you
house,
go.
we had a bunch of ice cream, and I didn't even I didn't even try it. It's yeah,
No.
no. I do occasionally have those carnivore brick bars because I got a bunch for free. No, they're called keto brick bars, but they have a carnivore version. Uh, I occasionally have those, but not a
Hmm.
whole one. They're huge. They last a long time. At Papa's, oh, I think the desserts are coming in. Look at Papa. Johnny, where are you tonight? Get Edens off of there. He's coming back, Papa. I promise.
What?
This is a one-off. He'll be back.
Wait, where was that? I'm way
Oh,
behind
wait,
on comments, aren't I?
you just keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm way behind on comments. I'm sorry. Peter says Rick is the original longest living carnivore in the US and Butter Bob is the OG of carnivore YouTube. Yeah. I mean, he's Butter Bob started like what 12 years ago or something like that on
Feel
YouTube.
like at least somebody will answer that
Maybe
no.
15, something like that. 12 to 15 years.
There
Yeah.
was no such thing, like, nobody was zero carb or none of the fancy fussy names.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I mean, he was gone already, not posting new videos anymore when I started getting into YouTube and carnivore and stuff like that. So I originally hadn't even heard of him. And Greg from My Weight Loss Life brought him up once to me. And so I found his channel from that. So I saw some of his old videos before. And then, of course, now in the last week, he's been posting again. So, let's see. Okay, here we go. Johnny is here. He's saying hi while he's moving.
Johnny,
He did say he was
sorry,
going to try and stop in for a few minutes and say hi. So,
sorry if I'm wrecking the channel. I'm almost done, Johnny. I look forward to you coming back.
so Peter's asking where he is tonight. So Johnny is helping his brother move, I believe it is
Yeah,
this week. Um,
so nice.
and he'll be back next Wednesday. So I have Coach Edens with me tonight. And you are not wrecking it, by the way. You're making it better. So better than I would at least.
Just
Nobody
cracked up.
wants to hear me talk by myself anyway. So, okay. Uh, oh,
That's
Rick
piling
says
in.
iguana is his favorite carnivore dessert. There you go.
I never thought of
I'm
that.
still waiting for the. I was gonna say I'm still waiting for the raining iguanas. So
I can't see Rick making an oopsie cake. Just, I don't know.
no,
Maybe he would. I
no.
could be wrong.
He'll just have heart attack chicken. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I think Erin's the same way.
So
Aldi's so good.
Peter, my favorite carnivore dessert is whole milk Greek vanilla yogurt from Aldi. It's so good. I sometimes add a few fresh berries, but don't call the carnivore, please. I mean, okay. All right. We'll let it slide this time. She says she's looking for a dessert for her birthday. Yeah, I don't really do desserts. That carnivore cake is the only thing I can think of. I'm sure there's well, I know that there's lots of other stuff out there. I just don't try it. I know, like you said, Dr. Kiltz has his ice cream. He has a very carnivore one. Then he's got like a version that's more keto and so forth. So maybe that's a good idea. I don't know.
Everybody makes Kiltz's ice cream. I ate so much meat there, trying to keep up a little bit with everyone else because I'm looking at their plates, and a lot of people eat
Oh,
one meal a day. I don't, and I'm like,
yeah.
dear Lord, I so I tried, but So Rick's been a guest host here. I
Oh,
think he means.
yes, he has been. He's a couple of times I think he's been on here. Um, and he was on once with Johnny when I wasn't available. And then I think he's been on a couple times with Johnny and I both. So yeah, he's been here a few
Rick
times.
Rick has saved my lives more than once. Once my husband was out and I'm talking to nobody and I don't like to be on, and he came on and saved the day. He did that a couple of times for me.
Good. So let's see. Brian, where are you? We know Coach is in Missouri. I am in Virginia. I am actually near Fredericksburg, Virginia, kind of halfway between DC and Richmond.
It's a nice area.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. We already called the carnivore police on Peter due to the pretzels.
Oh, that's right, the pretzels. Yeah. Those that don't know, pretzel Pete. I wish he had his I wish he had his own channel. I know him. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Could just watch him eat pretzels. Amy and I are going to try to make carnivore pretzels, if there's such a thing, for our next PJ party in honor of Pretzel Pete. And then we're just gonna whip out the regular pretzels, but have them filled with like keto or carnivore pretzels.
Yes, I agree here about the ribeye. Just get yourself a nice big ribeye and don't even worry about the dessert part. Right? Or she says, I'm thinking about getting a tomahawk. I've done that before. My wife bought me a tomahawk before for my birthday.
How
It
much
was
does one
like
cost, do you think? I want a tomahawk, so I've had it.
they can be up there depending on how big they are. I think
Huge.
they're usually like around $75 or so.
That's what I want. Oh,
My
wow.
wife got me one that was like 48 ounces, I think. So that was like, am I thinking right? No. Yeah, because that was like 3 pounds. I
They're
think I
huge.
ate like 28 or 30 ounces of it in one setting.
Yeah,
It's
we
hard to
couldn't.
eat all that at once.
It
And I'm
was
a big
good.
guy, and that was as much as I could eat. So,
Mason.
let's see. Johnny says, I have done Kilt's ice cream a couple of times. I enjoy it, but it is a lot of work. I made it once, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, I think. It was all right. It wasn't bad, but I just kind of figured like it's easier for me to just make a steak or ground beef or something like that. So I just stick
I'm
with
so
that kind of stuff a
lazy.
lot.
I am so lazy. And it's not even that I shouldn't put myself down, but it's like just I don't enjoy cooking. So it's so easy a couple times a day, throw up in a 80/20, like that's what we have locally, 80/20 burger, throw in some butter or bacon grease, whatever, and eat away. Just easy. And I just put it on high so the outside is cooked and the inside is raw, and I'm done. It's like 5 minutes later. Then
Yeah.
I'm not messing in there.
Yep.
I mess the kitchen up, but I don't spend a lot of time in there.
Yeah. Okay. I think so. Either I'm caught up on comments or my computer's doing that thing again where it's not giving me new comments because that has happened to me before too.
Yeah.
That happened just last week with for both Johnny and I. We weren't
Saw that.
seeing any comments for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden a bunch of them came in again.
Yeah,
So,
I
but
see
I
a
just saw
bunch.
another comment come in. So I think
I
we're
saw that
good.
last week. We were commenting like this much, like a big line, and you're going, okay, we're at the end. And I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know what was going on. And that happened a few weeks before that too. So it's weird. I don't know if it's like a StreamYard thing or what.
I don't know.
But
I don't know. Thomas is still here.
okay. Yeah. All right. So I think I'm caught up.
I was wondering, I've been following, and you don't have to talk about it, but I was following your doctor story on your heart, and I was one trying to be, I don't know. My comments were more, it sounds like the doctor's just busy, and I was just trying to say, don't take his comments seriously. He's just not paying attention. But that was my attempt to make you feel better. And you're like, Your response, of course, was kind, but the way I read it was like, "Oh, shut up, Juliet. He was a jerk, and you know it." Like, okay, no, I'm kidding,
Uh,
Brian.
I mean, I was just shocked at how different it was because, like, well, I've been seeing him since 2018 when I was first
Yeah,
diagnosed with AFib, right?
yeah, yeah.
So when it first happened to me, I didn't know exactly what it was, but I just knew that there was something wasn't right and my heart was racing. I mean, it was jumping up like 150, 160, stuff like that. And then would go back down lower a little bit and then would jump back up. Um, and it was saying I was irregular heartbeat and so forth on my blood pressure kit. So, um, so at the time I was a youth football coach and I was supposed to be going to a skills assessment event that evening. Um, and instead of going to the event, I was like, I don't think I should do that with this, especially my heart rate getting so high. And I talked to my wife a little bit about it, and she's like, well, let's just go to the ER, get it checked out and that stuff. So we went to the ER and then they hooked, some things up and started doing some things. And they're like, well, you're an AFib. I didn't know what AFib was or anything. So,
Yeah,
but anyway, so I had to stay overnight and,
you did.
yeah, luckily sometime that night I went back out of it. All they did was hook an IV up to me, and some medication, to lower my heart rate. And between the two things, I guess it helped to get me out of it. So I went out of it on my own. They were saying like by the morning, if I was still in it, that they were gonna um shock you back into rhythm. I forget what they call that when they do that. But I didn't have to do that because I went out of it during the middle of the night, but they wanted me to stay in overnight. And then I met this cardiologist. And so I ended up seeing that cardiologist from then on. Um, and, originally he was like, well, this is something that you might not have it again for a year or two, or, you could have it like a week or two from now. Cardioversion. There we go. That's Johnny. I was starting to type it, but yeah, cardioversion is what it is that they call it when they shock you back into rhythm.
Oh,
So anyway, yeah, so that's what he said. Like it could be a week or two, or it could be like a year or two, and it was probably like 6 months or so. And I went into it again, and then it just gradually got worse, and I would go into it more often. I did have to have the cardio version where they shock you back out of rhythm at one point.
you did.
And
How
then
do they do that?
eventually,
I picture paddles.
yeah, that's
No.
exactly what they do, but you're
Were you
asleep.
scared? Oh, you're asleep.
They put you to sleep, yes.
Oh, thank God.
They said I now whether or not they were joking with me, I don't know, but they said to me that they put you to sleep because, it's so interesting, I guess, that they don't want you to have a heart attack from just the whole thing happening to you and getting scared and having a heart attack. So
Oh
now
my
they
God.
could have just been saying that to joke to mess with me. I don't know, but that's what they told me. So yes, I was asleep when they shocked me back into rhythm.
And you don't
Um,
remember it at all.
I do not. Nope.
Thank God. Okay.
So
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So that I think was probably like in 2020 or 2021, somewhere in there. So in 2022 is when I found the carnivore diet. I had started with keto, and then I, with talking with Dr. Bear, or not talking with Dr. Bear, but watching his videos. Not that I've ever talked
Over
to
a
him, but you know
beer,
what I mean.
over
But
dinner.
watching his videos about, he talked a little bit about AFib and stuff. So it convinced me even more so that I should look at the carnivore diet. And I just noticed Lance is here, so I want to say hello
Hi,
to
Lance.
Lance. Hopefully, I haven't missed anybody else because I've been talking, so I haven't paid as much time,
No, I
much
think we're good. They're
for the
chit-chatting.
chat.
Yeah, we're good.
But anyway, so so then I
Right.
started the carnivore diet, and within a couple of weeks, well, when I started the carnivore diet, I was easily having 2, 3 episodes a week, if not more. Um, if I would go to lift like weights and lift a really heavy, like bench press really heavy weight, I could make myself go into AFib. Like just doing really heavy weight was enough to put me into it. Um, so within a couple of weeks after doing carnivore, I noticed that the episodes went away, and it's now been 3.5 years, over 3.5 years at this point. and I haven't had a single AFib episode. So
Yeah.
going back to the whole cardiologist thing,
Yeah. Tell us
after
what
like
pissed you off about that.
after like a year or so of not going into episodes, he's like, "Well, you could still go in again at any time, but let's start testing this out." So he had me wear a heart monitor for like 3 days. Then he had me wear one for like 5 days. I wore one for 30 days, and he's like, "Yeah, you're not going in it. There's no issues there." He had me do a stress test, I believe. And so he was like, "Okay, we're going to take you off the medication. Everything seems really good," and so forth. Then, and also, I went from having to see him every 6 months to once a year. Then last year, he did another stress test with ultrasound or whatever to record things with my heart, like the size of it and all that stuff. And he said, "You know what? After that one, the results were basically everything's good. It's the same. There's no sign of any damage happening to your heart or anything, which means you're not going into AFib and all this stuff." So then when I saw him this year, he's like, "Let's have a CAC scan done because your cholesterol is a little bit high. So let's just have that done just to make sure everything's good. As long as your CAC is good, nothing to really worry about." So I'm like, "Okay." So I had the CAC scan done, and it was a 0. So I figured going back into this follow-up appointment that he would say as soon as the same thing he's been saying, like everything's good. And all of a sudden he was like, "Well, yeah, you have a 0, but that's, calcified plaque. That doesn't mean that there's not, I can't you think of the word that I want to say, but I
Johnny
guess
will know.
loose
He's
plaque.
in it.
That's not the word I want to say, but something to that effect, like loose plaque or whatever. So there could be other stuff.
Right.
But he said, so he all of a sudden, or before it was, if you have a good score in your CAC, then there's really nothing to be worried about. Now all of a sudden it was like, but you know what, your cholesterol has been creeping up, and I'm like, actually, I didn't know at the time, but I'm like, I don't think it's creeping up. So when I looked at it, and well, let me say for anybody wondering, first of all, I don't believe cholesterol is a problem. I think our bodies need it. Our body makes cholesterol because it needs it. So that's another story. But anyway, um, I looked back at my stuff and my numbers actually were lower than the year before. So how were they going up when they're actually going down? So that was kind of annoying. But
Yeah.
it was just like everything that was coming on. Like, I just had the year before, I had the ultrasounds of the heart, like so the size of my heart and all that stuff, and the stress test and everything. And he's like, "Well, you're getting older now. You're 52 years old, so your heart's not going to be as strong as it was before. It's getting weaker." How do you know that? Especially when every test you've done has proved just the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
So there was that kind of stuff. And then he nitpicked about my weight, saying that I gained like a little bit of weight from the last time. I gained like 3 pounds. And I didn't say it, but like I actually lost inches in my waist. And
Yeah.
because I've been doing like push ups and stuff like that, I've gained some muscle mass. And from one day to the next, I might weigh 3 or 4 pounds different than I did the day before. I'm a pretty big guy, and that just seems to be common for me. So to say that, I had gained 3 pounds. Now, what I
Gosh.
did not say was that in December of 2024, I kind of slipped up a little bit for like 2 to 3 weeks and I gained like 20 to 30 pounds.
Oh God.
So
I'm
in
sorry.
reality, in the last year, I actually lost 20 to 30 pounds. It's just that I gained all that weight in that 2 to 3 week period.
You
But then
right.
it took me pretty much the entire year to lose that 20 to 30 pounds back.
I hear
But
that a lot.
so in reality, I actually did lose weight. It's just that I gained weight for a period of time. So it was like all of those things that just were compounding. And then like, I had the 30-day monitor. That was like a year and a half, I think, ago or something like that. And now he wants to do like a 5-day heart monitor, which I guess is fine, but what is a 5-day thing gonna find that a 30-day thing didn't? And I'm thinking like, yeah, I have no problem with doing that, but at the same time, I remember because my insurance isn't the best in the world, I had to pay a f
Out of
I'm pretty sure it's a few $100s to have that heart monitor done. Do I wanna really pay for that again just because he thinks that as I'm getting older, I should be in worse shape? I don't know, the whole thing just really kind of
See,
was
here's my
upsetting.
my psychological perspective again. So you've worked really hard and have done really good. And you even know and admit, yeah, I went 2 weeks off track and it took me a year to figure that out. And you've done so much. And the doctor, on the other hand, probably doesn't remember you, obviously is not looking at your charts by saying you gain weight. Nobody talks about 3 pounds for heaven's sake. And your cholesterol's go I kinda am not sticking up. I just stand by you like have done so much to heal, are doing great, and you get a doctor who's like, yeah, but it doesn't mean crap to me. I don't know.
Mm,
That's how I felt with my doctor. I was so proud to go in, and he got me off the high blood pressure and my fasting insulin, my markers were great. Nothing. And I did a video about it. I'm like, I wanted a freaking parade. Seriously? I didn't get how did you do it? Nothing. And when I said, oh, I've been eating carnivore, I could like the man was deaf. He just pretended he didn't hear me. And I just feel like I'm a number. This I've vacationed with my doctor. He's in a little group with us at the radio. And I just thought, okay. But I was disappointed, like my trainer, like she'll be like, "Way, that was a great lift, good job." And there'd be 2 pounds on it. I know that's not a good job. 2 pounds. I'm a weakling. But still, the acknowledgement, it means a lot. Like they're watching and they're noticing. That's
yeah.
my take.
It and, like, if you really wanna talk about cholesterol, let's talk about, like, HDL, right, and triglycerides. My triglycerides are way down from where they used to be, and my HDL, I was just looking at the numbers. So, the year before, they were 42. This time, they were 51. So, that should be a good thing, right?
Good.
And, like, he
That's a
didn't
good job.
mention anything about that. He just mentioned that my total cholesterol was high, which was 203, and anything over 200 is considered
I just
high.
don't think
And
that's
so
high.
barely even high. Right.
That
It's even
mine's
barely even
higher than
high.
that.
And again, I don't agree with cholesterol as being a problem. Cholesterol is like like Bart K will say, Professor Bart K, it's like blaming the fire department for being at a fire, right? The
Exactly.
cholesterol is there to fix inflammation in your body and so forth, and there's an association. That doesn't mean that it is bad. So,
I can
and
tell
and
you,
when it
and
comes
I
to
know it's
cholesterol, I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna say,
say
I
when it
know
comes to cholesterol,
we're
oh, sorry.
talking the same. It's anecdotal, but I worked out for years. I ate very low fat for years. I ate vegetables, da da da. My cholesterol was higher then. My LDL well over 200 in my late 40s, early 50s than it is now. Eating tons of fat. I've been tracking just the last 3 days because I've been off on something, and I'm eating 180, 190 grams of fat per day every single day. And I
Mm,
believe I do all the time. I just don't like to track, but recently I just was kind of wondering, my stress has been off and things. So I don't know, explain that, doctor, but whatever. We
yeah.
know the answer. Go ahead. I
Well, I
interrupted
was
you.
gonna say about the total cholesterol number, it used to be that, like, 300 was more acceptable, right?
Yes.
Now it's gotta be below 200, so they keep
Yes.
changing that number. So, I
They're
don't
just
know.
making it up. And next year it might be 150, and then we're all going to die and be on statins. We're not going to take them, but be on
Yeah.
statins. And I know some people have warned me. But, like, I've been given prescriptions, I walked out with them and I never filled them. I know so my doctor must know I never called in refills, but he just maybe I have the best doctor in the world. He doesn't say a word. Probably doesn't put it on my chart. Nothing. Never says, "Hey." time to come in. I like not even a yearly checkup. It's like whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, oh, good.
Yeah.
I don't need to go in if nothing's bothering me. I could do this
Yeah.
stuff at home. So
So I had a primary care physician, and they when I didn't tell them carnivore, I just told them I was doing low carb or whatever, and they
yeah,
had a problem with that, so I decided to find a new doctor, and I did find a new doctor, um, that I really like. Unfortunately, they're not a cardiologist, they're just a primary care
yeah,
doctor,
yeah,
um, but when I went to them for the first time, I explained well, first of all, I even before I went there, I sent an email to the office and I said, "I am doing a low carb diet. Is this doctor okay with that?" And the nurse responded back saying, "Yes." He said he doesn't have any problem with that. But
yeah.
so then when I
Wow.
was there, I said to him, um, the the last doctor that I had, primary care doctor that I had, I ended up not feeling comfortable in leaving because he was really upset that I was doing a low carb diet and so forth. And this doctor looks at me and he goes, "What's wrong with a low carb diet?" I'm like, "Nothing. I lost over 85
Oh,
pounds. Trust me. And nothing is wrong with it." And he's like, "Okay." So I'm like, "So you're really good with low carb?" He's like, "Yeah, why not?"
that's so
So,
nice.
that's really cool. I can't believe I found a doctor like that. Unfortunately, though, he's not the cardiologist, so he doesn't handle anything with the heart and so forth.
You're
So,
stuck. You're kind of
yeah,
stuck.
I don't know
You're
what to do about that situation.
it just feels like next time you go, he might be in a totally different mood. Like, or I don't know. I don't know. Mood is the right word, but I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just you're doing so awesome. I love what Papa Carnivore said. Why would our bodies make a substance that is harmful to us? We make 80% of the cholesterol in our own bodies, which is true because I had very
yeah,
high cholesterol according to medical standards, not ingesting any cholesterol. My body's like, yeah, well, you need a lot, and we're transporting it a lot for your hormones because you are not eating enough cholesterol. So I just figured that's what was going on. It's pumping
yeah,
overtime getting that cholesterol made.
yeah.
Um,
I'm
QQQ,
glad
that
I saw
QQQ.
there's comments in here about blood pressure. That was the other thing. Oh,
Mhm.
I see. I'll go to Paul's question in a second. That was the other thing I forgot about, that he was like, "Y yeah, your blood pressure is a little bit elevated this time." And, it's the thing, like, I walked in, I go up to the desk, they're like, check in, they take your copay, that kinda stuff. They're like, "Okay, go ahead and have a seat, and we'll call you back in a few minutes." I sit down, like, 30 seconds later, they call me back. So I walk back in there, I walk down to where they have their, weight stuff, they take your weight, and then they have you sit down, and, like, I'm sitting down, and she's got the handcuff, she's ready, the cuff. So she's putting it on my arm, and she's checking my blood pressure, and it wasn't that bad, but, I literally just walked in there. It was like,
100%.
I can't remember. It was like 130 or 135, something like that, over like 85 or something. I can't
Okay,
remember. And
good.
he's like, "Well, it's a little high." And it's like, yeah, I also didn't get to sit down for a couple minutes or anything. Like, that that's normal when people are walking, that their blood pressure goes up.
Do you know what
So,
I
so
responded
I
to
don't know.
you on that? Watching Dr. Berry all the time. He said the
Yeah.
inaccuracy of doctor visits, blood pressure, he said they're
Yeah.
ridiculous. They don't take them right. You're supposed to be seated for, 10 minutes or so, relaxing. They don't
Mhm.
do it right and not to trust them, that what reads. But unfortunately, they put it in your records and then say, we got to watch it. You're like, whatever. You're
Yeah.
stressing me out, doctor. That's what's going on. Who
Yeah.
spelled
I know.
Feldman?
Um,
Feldman.
Feldman.
Who's
I bet you
Feldman?
that's Feldman.
It
Feldman
is, but
has a
who is
movie
it?
out now on cholesterol. Uh, um, what's his name? Dave? Is it David? I can't
It's
remember.
like a
Doctor
common
Feldman
name,
or
but
Feldman?
it's a
I know
co
that name.
it's a familiar name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
I'm probably
Was it
thinking of Young
Doctor?
Frankenstein and whatever, or Corey Feldman, the actor.
I'm
Is he
thinking
dead?
maybe it's not. Maybe he's a researcher. I can't remember. I can't remember. I know that
Dr.
name
Feldman
somewhere. Doctor. There we go. Paul says Dr. Feldman. Yes. He has a movie
has
out
a
now
movie.
on cholesterol. I
Oh,
thought
a movie.
I think it's like a documentary or something, right? I think I heard something about that.
Like on TV or a YouTube thing? I'd like to see it.
I think it's a
Australia.
documentary, so I don't know if it's been on TV or not.
Hi, Bill.
It says Australia. I
Oh,
saw something about it. I just don't remember exactly what it was.
I'd have to
It was
check that.
I think it was something to do with people with um higher cholesterol or live longer, that there were different studies for it or something. Oh yeah, okay. This
Okay.
is also why I've heard of
Oh, is
Feldman.
that who?
He's
Is
the
that the
lean
same
mass
one?
hyper responder theory. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I told you,
Okay, he says at the movie theater.
Dr. Nelson was dead serious because my HDL's, like 100 something, my tris are like 40, da da da. And he said, you probably fall in that category. You've always been lean. Like I didn't lose weight, I did, but I didn't mean to. And he said, seriously, he goes, 2 days before you go, eat carbs before you get your cholesterol. He goes, I guarantee your cholesterol will be low. And I did think about it back then, but I'm like, no. I mean, I can without diving headfirst into Oreos, but I'm like, no, why? Why?
Is Feldman the one that did the Oreo cookie thing too?
Well, I
Or is
think
that
that's
somebody
what
else?
Rick is saying. I must be confused. At the movie theater, I'm really confused. Okay, he was an engineer. Thomas
He was an
gives
engineer, yeah.
a
I
link.
don't know.
I'm gonna have to check all this out.
Okay, he's not the Oreo guy.
He's not the Oreo
There
guy
was
because the
somebody
Oreo guy
else.
was not
There
a
was
doctor.
Yeah, there was somebody that did the Oreos for like a week or something, and their cholesterol
He did the
went
studies on the lean, and
down,
like he's
right?
a biologist or whatever he was, and
Yeah.
he's the one that a bunch of them were athletes, lean, and then their cholesterol would do this,
There
do
you go.
that, and then
Norwood.
they found if they ate just a few Oreos and then did the cholesterol testing, their cholesterol would go right down. Search the cholesterol code movie. Get tickets also on Dr. Ken Berry. Okay.
The
Was that
cholesterol
Nick
code
Norwich?
movie.
Now I'm confused. I'm confused, Thomas.
Nick Norwitz was the Oreo cookie guy. Yeah,
Oh,
Norwitz was the Oreo cookies.
okay. I mean, I've seen him a million times. I just forgot.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you, Thomas Ensign. That is the movie. Okay. Got it. Got it.
The
Got it. Got it.
cholesterol code, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Tickets on. We didn't want to pay for it. We need CB Carmack. Carmack. Not that he would pirate movies and give them to anybody. Mm-mm. CB Carmack on some YouTube channel.com or
Hmm.
seeing me for referral fee. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Kidding, YouTube. I'm kidding. I don't need another strike. Kidding. It's all
Uh-oh.
kidding.
You have a strike already?
It was a strike warning, and I had to watch a little video and things like that. I was talking about something they don't that are used
They don't want
regularly,
you to
but
say.
yeah,
Mm.
they're not it's not available in the United States. It's not approved by FDA for sale like
Uh,
regular like in other countries, and it's for research only. So I had a conversation about that. Not it was my fault. I mean, I brought that stuff up, so I'm not mad at them. I'm like, oh yeah, I mean that's probably not a good idea to talk about something that's not legal in the states, which I'm not mentioning. And yeah, so I took my little video, and then I'm like, okay, just
hmm,
don't talk about that. So
interesting.
yeah, get my little
Hmm.
strike. It goes away if I behave for 90 days. I think it is, and
Okay.
then it goes
Well, that's good.
because it's not. It's a strike warning. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, we're thinking it's Nick Norwitz.
Yeah.
Ray.
Yeah. I think that's how you spell his name. Yeah.
Like the
Yep.
carnivore movie being pushed. What is the movie going to be called? Healing
Um,
Humanity. Like, what's the
Healing
movie?
Humanity.
What's the movie
It's called
called?
Healing Humanity: The Power of a Proper Human Diet. That's the
Okay.
Carrie Mann one, Homestead
Yeah.
House.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
excited. I was excited for them, and I think they're going bigger on this one than the last one. And they were explaining that you have to go on a platform first, something before you can
Mm.
get on, like, even approach Netflix.
Mm.
But they're going to. I mean, they're gonna give it them all, and they have to hire ad agencies and things, so they're going big on
Yeah.
this one. They're the first one was a great movie, but it was just all of us watching it, and, so hopefully they've invested a lot of time and money and volunteers to make it bigger and maybe more available, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're all
Yeah.
excited. I think we are. I mean, I wish them best of luck. That would be nice to get it out there. Then I could drag my friend.
Oh,
Aw, doctor, thanks.
Dr. Ninja Turtle.
Don't. I hope you're not driving anymore. Oh, doctor. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
PhD. Very smart man. I love his
Well, he says
channel.
was driving, so yeah, I'm hoping he's
What? Yeah, nah, he
not
would
anymore.
not.
That's good.
He's too smart to drive and text. I guarantee that. I'm guaranteeing this, doctor. So don't be putting on, yeah, I'm driving and texting and make me look bad.
You know, so here's my quick little beef about the whole driving and texting thing. Like, I don't think people should do it because first of all, when people do that, they're not paying attention to the road and so forth. So don't get me wrong. But here's the beef I have with it. When you get to a red light and you look over and there's a police car next to you and they're literally typing on their little laptop and then they start moving as they're typing on their laptop. How is that any different than texting and driving?
Okay, I have a friend and he's high up, but he's still on patrol in the he doesn't watch me. And at the Missouri Highway Patrol. He's the worst driver and texter and picture taking and sending fun videos. And I'm like, oh my God. First of all, I don't know how you're not going to get in trouble, too. But of course, I don't share them anywhere. But I'm like, the worst. When we rented a car, I was kind of annoyed. Okay, so Doug and I have history in insurance. I'm in auto insurance, accidents and stuff. So we deal with this stuff. We World not him anymore, but I'm still in the auto. I get lawsuits all the time, or we do as a company. People die. I see kids lose parents. I see parents lose kids because of texting. So I sound like I'm an old naggy person. It happens in a split second, and I hate it. Anyway, so we rent a car, and all the text and everything, and the phone call are on the big screen and directions, and it would pop up, there's a gas station. Would you like to go? And it forces you to press yes or no on this brand new car. And I'm like, I'm sure we could have disabled it. But I was like, it's the same as texting. You're talking to your car. It drove
Yeah.
me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm here but driving. Oh, it's almost time to wrap up. What are we going to wrap up with?
Yes.
We miss you, Johnny. I know
Um,
he's
I don't
commenting.
know.
He's been commenting a little bit here and there.
Yeah, he
Oh,
has. I
I
think
know.
he's not working as hard as he's supposed to be on that
Yeah, I
move.
always wondered about that. All right, you always miss Brian. I'm going to blame you because Johnny's not here, but it is your fault. I often post, yet you never respond. That I love the lighting in your house right there with the three light things behind you. So if you ever sell it or have an auction, I want first dibs. I love that light, and it would look wonderful in my mid-century portion design decor of my house.
So we're
And
talking about this light right here.
yes, I love it. And don't tell me you got it at Walmart. I'll be like, what? I just love it.
I have no idea. My wife got it, not me. I
Well,
probably was she probably said like, "Oh, we're getting this light." I'm like, "Uh-huh, cool." Um,
compliments to your wife.
I
I
don't know
love
where
it.
she got it from.
Every time I watch you guys, I stare at it, I'm like, "I love that light. I love that light." Tell her she has wonderful taste.
I will.
Okay, is ripped.
Yes, so we are coming up to an hour, and I did
Thank you,
tell Coach
guys.
Edens that we were gonna keep it to an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So I know
I don't
Johnny and
last
I tend to
long.
go more like an hour and a half, but that's
Oh, do
okay.
you?
We're gonna keep
Oh,
it.
I'm
Yeah, we
sorry.
do,
I didn't know.
but that's okay. We're gonna keep it shorter to just an hour today. Um,
Thank you.
I do wanna ask you a quick question though, since I have you on the channel. It's okay, you don't have to for now. This I wasn't sure if, like, your camera was moving down like mine.
That's
No,
my
but seriously though, um, why w why did you find or I don't know if why is the right word, but how did you find this way of eating? And hopefully it's like a fair not so you don't have to go into detail, just more quick
no.
thing. But, how did you find this way of eating and what kinda convinced you that this was the right thing to do?
Yeah. I you know what? I, for years, believe it or not, back in 2009 with Charles Washington, I go that far back, zeroing in on health. I was a moderator on his site. And like Butter Bob says, or whatever, no support. We didn't know much. It wasn't called carnivore back then. And I was a grand failure. I just could not do this zero carb thing. I didn't understand any of it. I don't need to know every bit of science. I kind of researched as I went along, but I ate Atkins bars and called it a day. So I quit that because, and I was hired for a new job. So I ended up leaving that. And I also followed, if anybody knows her, Stephanie Keto person.
Mhm.
She has been around, I would say 20 years as well, to a little known channel. She's still on, who really has promotes very strict ketogenic, ketovore, carnivore diet. So I've always watched in the background, but anytime I tried, I just did it wrong. I didn't get it, and I didn't get any benefits. So fast forward to when I was 58, I was just really depressed. I had underlying depression anyway, but I was getting severely depressed, and it was a lot of issues, such and anxiety besides just normal stress from work. I was type 2 diabetic. This really bothered me because in my 40s, I was healthy, I weight trained, were ate right. And there I was just really angry that I was had high blood pressure on meds for that, diabetic on meds for that, not insulin. My IBS was worse and worse and worse. My thyroid was off, and I was just 58 and going, this is it. I'm like all my they, they don't watch me either. All my girlfriends that never cared, drank, partied, what, and I was an alcoholic too. Um, Never tried to eat healthy. I have all their diseases and more. And so I was just really angry, and things got so bad that the digestive issues were real bad. And I actually hired a coach, nutritionist, and everything. And I said, I I ate low fat. I ate what they told me to eat. And I was just feeling sicker and sicker and couldn't eat because of the IBS. And they told me try an elimination diet. And that was it. I went online to try to figure out what the heck an elimination diet was. And like many, I was like, Dr. Baker's crazy. That man is nuts. I'm not doing that. But I kept coming back to him. And then finally, I don't know, it was Ken Berry. And I'm like, okay, 30 days. So my joke kind of is I don't know my carniversary like many people because I never
Mm,
planned to do it more than 30 days. A. B, I didn't think I could do it beyond a week. And also, when I started carnivore, I was still heavily drinking and alcoholic, definitely. So there's sort of a little wobbly time where I go on. And I think the one thing that carnivore did, besides heal all those diseases, is I was able to quit alcohol very easily.
mm,
And I know I almost feel bad saying that sometimes. And on my interviews, I always do bring it up. But the brain rewired, maybe the ketones, what have you, and the addiction, it was hard, but just for a couple days. And
mm,
the addiction went away with my other addictions where I would just eat junk. I mean, and it didn't manifest in a big weight gain. And sometimes that's almost worse because people never seek health or,
mm,
give up because they're heavy and they give up because they're heavy. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you found this way of eating, and I mean, the alcohol thing on its own is a huge win
Oh my
to
God.
get out of,
People
yeah.
can't believe it in my family. Nobody can believe, like, it's just weird for everybody.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I'm sorry I made you stay over an hour now because of that question, but
No, no,
but
no.
I did
It's
want
okay.
to.
Anybody that knows me, my dear friends, they know even on their lives, I'm like, you got me for an hour. Like if I'm in the audience, I'm like, you got me for an hour because this brain works 1 hour and then I'm out. And even on my own lives, uh, like Doug and I, we try to finish 45 minutes because he knows at minute 50, I'm like, I'm done. My brain can't think anymore. But it's been fun. It's been a
Well,
lot
you
of
did
fun.
great, and we're at like 55, 56 minutes, so you did great today.
Yay.
So,
Thank you, everybody, for joining. I got to meet lots of new people from your channel. That was fun.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Johnny, I will welcome you back with open arms next week as an audience member.
All right. That sounds good. So,
All
yep,
right.
I'll be back with Johnny next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. Thank you again, Coach Edens,
Thank
and thank you,
you.
everybody. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Good night.